So, folks, I think we need to talk about the fact that the Trump administration just tried to nominate an open white nationalist to a position that needs, confirmation from Congress. And let's just take a look here. He's being nominated for the position of Assistant Secretary of State for international organizations. And, who boy.
Tell me how you define white identity and what you think is being erased about white identity.
Certain types of Anglo-derived culture that comes from our history.
Like what?
Let me think about this. Senator, I would say if you were to look at the book by one of your former Senate colleagues, Born Fighting, about the sort of Scotch-Irish military culture and certain...
I do want to say, I don't think the Scots or the Irish are considered
Hello, this is
Anglo.
Risky, your new potential sponsor. Have you considered getting into the crypto gambling industry? Riverboat Kings. Gamble could be the new thing for your community.
Oh, okay, wait, unironically, GamerG, I get spam emails all the time trying to get me to do, like, crypto gambling bullshit. It's ridiculous. But thank you for the $5 dono. Sorry, Risky. Thank you for the $5 dono. No way. Yeah, I haven't sold out, unlike some other streams.
Live from the Polymarket studio in LA.
Pride that went with that would be one example. Obviously, you could have sub-elements of that culture. You could have Italians, you could have Irish. And
Italians also notably not Anglo.
Those are in many ways more
But you're worried about white culture. You're not worried about, you're now retreating to ethnic identity. You don't speak about ethnic identity. You speak about white identity. So tell me the values that stitch together white identity and that make it different than black identity.
I would say that the white church is very different than the black church in terms of its tone and style on average. Foodways could...
Which white church exactly? Not all black churches are the same. Not all white churches are the same. I don't know how else to tell you that, like, a Presbyterian church is not going to be the same necessarily as a Lutheran church, not going to be the same as a Pentecostal church, not going to be the same as a Catholic church, not going to be the same as a Mormon church. There's a lot of different types of churches. What about white church is different, I guess. Bro handed him a shovel and he started digging immediately. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, also, just out of curiosity, I wonder if there's a reason why they had to start calling it the Southern Baptist Church. I wonder if there's a reason for that.
Often be different.
The reason was slavery, by the way.
Yeah.
And those
music,
are being erased.
Music could be different.
And those are being erased.
Music could be different. Well, if you look at the Super Bowl halftime show, which was not in English this year.
So our ability to access white churches.
Okay, so Anglo-Saxons only speak... Anglo culture only speaks English? But earlier you talked about the Italians. What if the Italians speak Italian? Also, I can't believe I have to point this out, Spanish is a European language from Spain. Unless he's saying Spaniards aren't white, I guess.
Or white food or white music is being erased.
I am concerned with the majority common American culture that we had for some time that through particularly mass immigration, I think has become much more balkanized, and I think that weakens us. And again,
Our culture has become more balkanized? Sir, have you never seen a fusion restaurant? It's actually more of a melting pot, if anything. That's typically the go-to descriptor of American culture is a melting pot of all other cultures coming together and forming a fusion of different things. It's how you can get different fusion restaurants, for example. And also, just really want to throw this out there, but it's not related to whiteness or blackness or any other raceness, because those aren't things per se. Like, whiteness as a concept was literally invented by like the same kinds of scientists that were breaking out the calipers and examining head shapes. Like, we're talking like it's based on bogus classifications designed to fit like 1800s like scientific racism. And the entirety of these classifications are arbitrary bullshit. And we know that because you can look at the history of whiteness and see different groups of people being considered white at different periods in time, you know? And also, the reason blackness exists in America is as a downstream of horrific genocidal violence in the form of racialized slavery. There was a systematic effort to kill and destroy culture that was brought over on the slave ships. And like, the reason we talk about African Americans as like a distinct group of people as opposed to by various ethnic subclassifications is because that culture got destroyed or fused together in all kinds of different ways in a desperate bid of for survival. It's why we talk about African Americans and not, American Ugandans. Like it's when we're talking about it, formerly enslaved people. Obviously, we do talk about American Ugandans if like they are more recent immigrants. But this guy just hates non-white people. He just hates anyone that he doesn't consider white. He's so white he thinks salt is spicy. It's just, we've long ago given up a pretense of finding any kind of common ground with these guys. We cannot allow Democrats to like come out of this particular moment in time and say, nah, it's business as usual now that we're back in charge. Like, no. They're putting people like this into positions of power. And if these people manage to get into power, they are going to rain destruction on so many things that lie downstream of them. It's acting like that isn't happening or hasn't happened is almost going to be more destructive as a result. It's just going to allow the avalanche to keep on avalanching, Which is why you guys need to join your local Democrats. It's why I need you guys, each and every one of you, to look into joining your local Democrats. Go to the meetings. Be loud. Be insistent. Talk about what people need to do. Make them more progressive. Shut out these corporate conservative Dems that want to run as if they were Republican light. But that requires us showing the fuck up. So if you need help doing that, you can join our Discord, reach out to Dragonfly for help finding and joining your local Dems. She can also give you great tips on how to radicalize them, make them more progressive. And also join the Discord and reach out to Gamergy for help getting involved with your DSA. Because, folks, we need both. We need DSA, we need the Dems, and we preferably need people pushing both groups in the same direction, Get that synergy going. It's really, really important, because, otherwise this guy gets in,
Not running away from that comment. I'm not apologizing for it.
Well, I'm way over my time. I think you're struggling to answer this question, right? Because underlying your beliefs is a sentiment that white culture is just simply better. Tell me how you define.
Also, again, white culture can't be better because white culture isn't the thing. We got to build the community. We got to do the work. So, folks, let's get involved. I almost said involved. That's not a word. Involved. And last but not least, folks, check out ImogeneOlivia.com. Gender euphoric lingerie designed from the ground up for trans femmes. Tested with cis men, cis women, non-binary folks, etc. Everyone thinks it's comfortable. Everyone finds it flattering. Check it out, non-tucking lingerie. Link down in the doobly-doo. Let's keep on going.
Riverboat Jack is going to town. All the viewers gather round. Twitch and YouTube and Swishy streams. All that content is bursting the seams. Politics, gaming, plenty more. Your sense of fashion you'll adore. So grab your stuff